Good morning. Let me get settled. Want to welcome. Oh, let me put my video on. Good morning. Welcome to day 69 here. Just a little bit before 5 a.m. Pacific. Open a room where we gather, we break through, and then we scatter. It's a great way to start my day. And what we work, what our community is after is aware we're being charged. ABC. What are we aware of? Let's look for structures that are equal. There's not many. Let's serve, speak, listen for our genius, our gifts, and our greatness. We don't allow that. And say yes and to whatever is next. That's awareness. That's the A of ABC. That's what we do to break through, to observe. It is our center. It is our truth. And then the truth is like, I don't know, into the being. And that's the for, F-O-R, being for, F-O-R. Focus. What are you focusing on? You're listening. Focus on listening. Oh, for observe inside of being is to observe the silence. Then you can relax into the third one. I don't know. And so that's relaxing into four of being, F-O-R, focused, observe, and relax. And the final one that I have wrapped all the way around being happy is, what do you want? Would you just love to have? And when you ask that, you go for it. You let that to be in the I don't know. You'll feel a wobble. So from that center, number two is you'll notice your wobble, in your charge. See, ABC, charge. Your wobble is going to throw you off a charge. And when you wobble, you wiggle and you giggle. And then you are in choice. Look for neutral. It is your center. And when you are in neutral, in your center is when you are in your power. You can find your genius. So that is what we work as breakthroughs here. That is so that we can take that and scatter. And so as I welcome you guys in, wrap you all the way around, it's just explaining and welcoming. Well, welcome. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Will, it's early.
Yeah. I woke up at 4:30.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So just so that you know, guys, it's much easier for me to go live stream. I can always stop that. I can always do that, and then I can easily record inside of Zoom. So I flipped my normal practice around, and so now I'm sending all my information to YouTube. I go live with it at 5 now. So manage your cameras. Yeah, I don't like to be just on focus, so manage your cameras as is, and help me please remind people that are coming in with that, because until we have this new practice. So I got to test this one for a while, see how that works. So thank you for your patience with that.
Cool.
Welcome. How was how is everyone? What's your energy today?
Yeah,
Good
feeling
question.
good. Yeah, go ahead, Zero.
Oh, you can go, Pascal.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I just had my breathing practice, so
Mm,
I just made it on time, so it's great.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
It's not as long as like the video I share, but like 20 minutes, right? So a small dose, so
mm.
which is good.
Oh,
Did I-
Pascal,
yeah,
could you explain to me what it satisfies you with?
with the breathing.
Yeah.
Well, let's just put it that way. I always like tune into my body before pretty much anything. And I felt kind of like sluggish, a little tired before and then it just moves the energy really. Like that's what it does. And I do some breath retention, which help with like the CO2 level. So like it's good for your immune system. It's good for it's good like overall health, right? Circulation, all that. The longer practice, I'm still like new to it. I think I felt like the first time I've done it, it was like I felt, why am I doing all these things outside of myself? I should just be working inside of myself, because I felt like I had a leap jump. It was just like I don't know what it was. Like it was just like I felt like so peaceful. The light was coming in through my forehead. Like it was just really enlightening for me. So but yeah, like I would start like if like someone never done like breathing practice, like I would start like with small dose. I can send like a few of my recommend choices on YouTube. For me, with that longer practice, like if you didn't have like YouTube Premium, I'm sure it would have like some commercial in it. So that's why like it's probably not that great. But I got YouTube Premium,
Great. Thank you,
so
Pascal.
that helped a lot. So
What like here was I was looking for is like, where was your heart taking you down a path? Yeah, it's like, oh, because that was like I was listening for your heart energy to run with something. So thank you, which would have been your gifts, your genius, and your greatness. And it's like, that's what I was listening for. So thank you for sharing with us this morning. You shared it with others to say, that's where I'm going. And that's where I'm at. And people can be like, oh, that's where I want to be. How else do we lead our hives, our colonies?
yeah, let's
Where's
just put it that
Joe?
way.
Where's Joe? Where's Joe? Where's that rap? I need that rap. Thanks, Pascal. You got something else to? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, quick one. Like I don't drink coffee, tea, any stimulant in the morning. My stimulant is my breathing. So that's how powerful I found it is for me. So
Thanks for your brilliance.
so it's just the start.
Anything else, Pascal?
Anything else? I mean, I can share a little bit of my word of the day.
Oh yeah, probably. I
That's
forgot
probably a
about that.
That's probably it's how we start, is it?
Yeah, I wasn't ever looking backwards. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So lately, like my motivation was down a bit, and I had to find out why, because I always look at the why. Why is that? You know? And the first thing I found, it was like the purpose, why I was putting these goals down. And really, like, are they coming from my head or are they coming from my heart? And really tune into that. And that helps a lot. Then I looked at my energy. So energy was like really fundamental for me. I was looking at my days, be like, if I felt tired that day, where did I spend my energy? Who did I spend my energy with? What did I listen? So that's why it's really important for me, like, to kind of, like, even if I just watch something on YouTube or anything like that, tune in before, how do I feel? And then afterward, like, how do I feel after watching this thing? Did it help me, like, to be more happy and like joyful, or it's kind of brought my energy down? And the last one is my action. So sometimes I found like my action might be too big, so I break it down in small, simple steps, as long as I'm moving forward towards my goal. So with this formula, like, I was able to bring back my motivation up. So my word for the day is motivation. So I want all of you to be motivated. And on that, I'd like to invite Nikki, please.
Morning, Pascal. Morning, everybody.
Morning.
It's a good morning. I love that motivation. It's wonderful. My word for the day is breathe. Yeah, I took a lot of breathing, a lot of breathing in silence, breathing in my presence, breathing in passion, breathing in my intentions, breathing in my energy. And thanking you this morning that my 500 billion cells, well, not billion, million cells, is directed by my breathing. Because that's what we are. We're 500. It's 500 trillion or billion, you can correct me, but that is basically where we're directing ourselves every breath that we take. And you only create whatever level you want to give yourself. So that's my word for the day is breath. So thank you that I can breathe together with all of you. And I would like to pass it down to Will for your word of the day, Will.
Hey, thanks, Nikki. Yeah, I can feel the, it's like when we breathe together, it's like we're breathing in with the universe. And the universe is breathing us. It's very calming. Maybe that's my word today, eh? I thought it was happy, but I don't know. I'm already happy, so I'll say calm. That'll be my word intention for today. It's just calm, centered, focused, happy. So much that can come out of one word. Eh? Oh, it's good to be alive, guys. With that, I'd love to invite Joe if you're available, Joe.
Yeah. La 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 la. Hello, Buzzy Bees. What's going on this Saturday? So thank you, Pascal. We got motivation. Nikki, I was literally thinking breathe when you said it. So yeah, wow. Silence, the calm. Happy hive. Happy buzzing hive. Happy beehive. Beehive. Buzzing beehive. Some bees in there. It's great to be with you guys. Great to be with you. Great to breathe with you. Great to create with you. I love you guys. It's great to be here. I'm just listening in. I love you. Keep doing you, homies. Mwah. And I'll invite in Mr. Craigington.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Joe. Oh, thank you all for your contributions to our space today. Oh my. I had an interesting experience for the first time this morning. I actually woke up a few minutes before my alarm went off. And it's funny that that Pascal mentioned that when he gets up in the morning, he doesn't use any stimulants, but uses breathing instead. And for me, the reason that it's really nice to wake up before an alarm is because there's a magic moment when you're not quite woken up and you're fully awake, where you're transitioning. I think they say it's from delta to theta. I'm not sure what the vibration is, but it's kind of magical. It's like you might be right in your superconscious at that time or something like that. But I really like that time of day. And it doesn't happen naturally for me if my alarm goes off, but it happens naturally if I just wake up on my own before the time that I've set to be awake. So anyway, I got to experience that today for the first time in a long time. Since the auto accident that I was in 3 years ago, I haven't, it's actually sleep and sleep patterns have been a real challenge for me. In fact, I haven't slept in a bed since that event happened. So when sleep comes back to me, it's a real gift. And proper sleep. So I just really, really appreciated that today and wanted to share that with you guys. So my word again today is activate. And it's kind of related to motivation in some ways for me. But what I want to bring to activating is a real sensitivity around it. Because the brain waves that are going on at different times of the day have a lot to do, for me, have a lot to do with motivation and activation and cosmic timing, actually. So I just want to bring awareness to everyone to how you utilize those natural body rhythm energies that you have, and just want to bring awareness to that. So thank you, everybody, for hearing me, and it's my great pleasure to invite Jesse into the room today.
All right. Thank you all. Yeah, let me go back to, let me read the chat then. So yeah, motivation. Oh, good, Pascal. So I was thinking as they were going through, it was like, yeah, I shared, it's like I was wondering from a point of like, wonder what you care about. Yeah. But then also like in it is honoring it with dignity, but then also being able to say like what's the difference? Like, what's the difference in that? And I'm just like sitting in that today as we went in, because I noticed resistance, like, oh, there was a place that he may have taken what I did personal. It was just slight. It was like a 3, right? And so it was like, all right, what could have that played out? And as it played out, I could let go of why I noticed it. So it's always like we talk about that reflection, right? It's always that sort of reflection when I'm not taking it personal. So my word today is charge, because that is on the horizon. I'm ready. At some point, there it is. It's the acknowledgement that I'm ready to step into it. I'm ready. I'm done with being as a focus, and it's like stepping into charge. So my word for today is charge. Just so that we can notice the wobble. Nothing more, nothing more than that. And then maybe what's information in there. So what would you love to honor in the first 22 minutes? We'll open up to the bottom of the hour for you to share. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to honor every single of you for your words, but also what it means to you guys. So we're just not throwing like words out there, but we're really finding deeper meaning for ourselves. So I really enjoy that because it's personal experience and I relate a lot more to that.
I have a request, if I may. Jesse, when you introduced this session, you talked about, made some comments about heart space. And I'd love to explore that some more, if we could.
Thank you, Craig. What I see this moment is this is a round table that everyone can honor what they listened. And so I heard your request, and that will be pinned for maybe another 15-minute section. Thank you. My quick answer for it, Craig, is this is what we are doing. It is what we're doing right now. So it's no place to go, but to know you're there. And we build our practice so that we're always there. It's a dance between the two. It's not like it's one or the other completely different. It's an alignment between them. It's a practice. We just spend a few hours doing it. You got 22 other ones that you can go play with. Creators. How's that? Now the platform for someone else. Thank you.
So I've been experimenting with this whole communicating with superconscious, communicating with my superconscious, and because that's who we are. That's who we really are. Been like almost like developing this relationship with myself and just getting, the only way I can describe it is it feels like I'm getting more in the driver's seat. I'm getting out of the passenger seat into the driver's seat. I am at cause rather than effect. I am becoming my true self. And I'm just connecting with that aspect of myself more daily now. And it's like this, rather than the monkey mind going off on a tangent, the unconscious with all of its belief systems and whatnot, like that's quieting down, and I'm just having this inner communication with superconscious, and I'm experimenting. So I'm experimenting with my vibration. Where's my state? Where would I choose my state to be? And I just ask superconscious, please raise my vibration to 528. And I check, yep, it's there now. And I can feel the difference in my body, right? Like if I'm in a low state, if I'm below 200, let's say, I can feel it, I know it. like I'm becoming more aware of it, right? So
All right, Will.
um
Will, would you get
Mm.
out of your heart, please?
out of my heart. So this morning, what I'm getting at is this morning when Craig was talking about waking up in like an
Can
alpha.
it actually, I love it. It was like great to be able to say, get out of your heart, you know, it's like, can I try something with you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'd like to experience something. Everyone good with that?
Sure.
So everyone come watch Will's eyes. Watch his eyes. Has anyone paid attention to his eyes? He is communicating everything in his eyes.
Even though I'm just looking at stuff on the screen.
Just look at the
Yeah.
screen. You just look at the screen.
When you talk, your eyes go all over the place.
Oh yeah.
But do you know what they mean?
I'm still trying to understand all that.
Craig, do you know what they mean?
Sometimes.
Hmm.
Sometimes
Thank
it's
you.
a bit erratic, so it's kind of hard for me to tell.
Oh yeah.
Good. All right, we ready? Anyone else? So part of value is to point it out and put people out there to say, do you see it? Because people say, oh yeah, I do. It's like, okay, I don't think you do. Is that an I don't know? Sorry, this is not a coaching session, but this is a great coaching moment. All right, Will, you ready? All right, give me calm.
Calm.
Yeah, right there. Perfect. Good. Give me neutral. Yeah, good. Give me right now. All right, super conscious. Look, we're super conscious. There you go. Good. How about the past?
Far left, I guess. Oh, up. Interesting.
Okay, good. Good. Where's monkey mind?
Oh wow, it's like right there. Holy smokes, it's like not very far off of center.
Where's your power?
Huh. Wow, interesting. Yeah. What? Why am I looking down? That's
Did
weird.
you notice you moved your whole body backwards when he asked you that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I I get my own medicine. I get my own medicine back at me. Thanks, Will. And Craig, humbly accept. It did not turn out like I wanted, but it turned out okay.
So are my eye accessing cues like completely different from what the chart says? Or what the
Well, here's what I was saying is that as you were, I'm looking for past, present, and future, and then I'm looking for where are you giving your power or not. And it's like I'm always watching you, and your pattern was real. Super conscious is always up. Future is always how I see it. Yep, that go up is super conscious. Every time he talks about super conscious is straight up. Yeah, like
Really?
that. Yeah, so that's your intuition. That's your heart. I know you're in your truth when you're up with that. And when you're looking up like that, because that's you receiving it right through your third eye, basically. And then you, as I'm looking at your screen, that's why this mirror, I can't tell what it is, but when you look, you're always looking to the future. That's future. Yep, that's future for you. That's past and monkey mind for you. So every time you go that way,
So left is future for me, right
Yeah.
is past and monkey
Yeah.
mind.
well, that's what it was this morning. Yeah, in that moment, that's where it was all around this morning. So you see that it's in our opposites too. So we can watch where the opposites are going with our body languages, forward, backwards, left, right. It's how we can make our contrast. But it's in the, man, it doesn't have to be in the heart center. But you can, the truth is from the heart center, I guess is the best way to put it. Because at first, did you see Will was trying to stay focused? He wasn't trying to let himself go. He was conditioning himself to keep staring right at, and he wasn't playing.
Oh, so if I'm not looking at different areas, then I'm not really accessing other.
I don't know. It was just what I observed in the moment when I asked you. So when I asked the question, you didn't want to move your eyes. You wanted to stay right there with me. You were like, I'm not going to play that game. Not in a
Yeah.
bad way. Or it was like, I'm going to focus with you. It's like, you're not going to use me for anything. I'm going to just stay right here. And it's like, okay, I got to warm this up a little bit. Right. And people
It's like,
in are going to be that way. Right.
you
People
can't
coming in,
read
it's like,
me. You can't read
yeah,
me. Right.
right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
And then I had to prove it because I told Craig, yes, I know, but it was like I needed to share my meaning with it. But it worked so much better in the flow of it. When he's in his flow, you could really listen to it. That's helpful for coaches, right? That's helpful for people that are wanting to be in conversations with people, to be like, I always want you in the positive, and I always want you looking up. I always want you positive and looking up. So if you're always looking over here, I know you're out of it.
Wow. See, I would have assumed that this is future for me and this is past. But when you
there's
said
your
that,
miswire. There's your miswire.
yeah. So that's really future for me,
Yeah.
and
there
that's
you go.
past.
Yeah. So recode that and rewire that way, and baby, off you're going.
It doesn't have
Just
to
the
change, though,
awareness
does
of
it? Like it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
just the
just
awareness.
good to notice.
Yeah. Because then you'll feel where you're at, and it's like, oh, is that what I want it to be? My future and my superconscious, my heart. That's your pattern. That's your pattern that you get to stop because you're so connected to it. And now that is how you get your shortcut to your unconscious.
So when I went, okay, well, where's my heart? Or what was that you said? No.
Power. Where's your power?
Where's my power? And I actually looked down a little bit and leaned back.
Mm-hmm.
Power. Down.
All right. Well, I blew up that platform.
Thank you.
So. That was fun, though. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
so
in that.
Back to what I hadn't shared yet. So when Craig said, "Oh, I woke up in alpha state or theta, whichever it was," I thought, well, why don't I experiment with that? Because, in a waking, when we're consciously awake, going about our day, we're in a beta brainwave state. And so it can be anywhere from, I don't know the exact hertz, but our brainwaves are like 13, 14 and above, up to like 30 or more. And if you go into gamma, then it's even higher, but that's like high arousal. So when we've just awoken, we're typically in an alpha state. We might even be in a bit of a theta state, like a dreamlike state, which is alpha, I believe, is 7 to 10, and theta is 4 to 7. So I muscle checked on my brainwave state. I'm like, oh, okay, good to know. Can I ask superconscious to bring it down to 7?
Who's asking?
I asked.
Ah, wonderful.
And so I, just here a few minutes ago, I was testing it. And I was checking and I was checking, and it came down. And where is it at now? 7, 8, 9, 10, about 9. So it's been coming back up a little bit, but
Muscle test if you have to muscle test.
no. Just the doy.
Where's your power?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the muscle testing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good one. Good one.
I'm observing, Will, that you're starting to actually feel it. And your dependence on muscle testing is going away.
Yes.
You're starting to sense into what's going on. Like even that mismatch that we talked about a few minutes ago, that mismatch, and then you found that EMDR technique. That EMDR technique actually addresses that directly. because you know you're moving your eyes, right? You're moving your eyes on different sides, and you're associating that with a tap on your shoulder. Okay. So what that does is it's bringing that mismatch back into alignment, and it's teaching both hemispheres of your brain to work together instead of one or the other. So you can use both instead of one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's very powerful for you. It's probably pretty powerful for all of us because we grow up with an imbalance. We're very left-brained. Like pretty much everything you've been taught in school and the way you've been taught and all that kind of stuff, it's all left brain. And now we're starting to access our right brain because we're doing this work and we're bringing awareness to it. So all of us need to balance left, right brain hemispheres in order to balance everything else. In fact, you can't do it without that.
Whole brain.
Yeah, whole brain, and have the hemispheres communicating with each other properly, but also as much as possible is kind of what the objective is there.
And then when you get the heart brain coherence going on too, then you just like double whammied it.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you're really
so all of your
in your power.
all of your awareness centers are working with each other.
I've got solfeggio frequencies. I think I put it in the chat, but
Yep.
I got that running right now. So I just got it on a low volume. So I'm actually listening to it right now as we're having our chat here. And it's at 417 hertz right now, which is about, I guess, wipe out negativity. Then the next one's 528. So I've been like choosing my vibratory state to be in 528.
Yeah. Those are correlated with your chakras too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So the best way to do it.
All right, egos. All right, egos.
Look what I know. Blah blah blah.
Well, no. I'm just saying, if you get a solfeggio, get one that takes you from your root chakra and works you all the way up to number 7.
Yeah. Actually, that's what
you can run that in the background where you're doing other stuff. Tune up.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's like a harmonic cleanse.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to share on or what scene happened as we come up on the end of the third 15 minutes?
Oh yeah, this is another one. I want to thank you for this one, Jesse. You used the word listen, and you were talking about what you were observing with your eyes. So thank you for that. So listen is like around awareness and attention.
Space.
Yeah.
Where the space, because then we fill it with emotions. So the emotions are an easy one, like everyone picks up on those, but then you can watch their eyes and they give away their story. You'll find where their power is. You'll find where they're giving it away. You'll find where they're creating, where they aren't. And then your pattern. When you point that out for people, then people know what direction they're looking, and you want to be positive to the future. It's that easy. And all what you do is then settle into the now. What's obvious. So settle into, once you see that, then you settle in. What's the resistance? So if I'm looking in my negative, what's the resistance? And everyone will have different patterns.
Yeah, I'd just like to share a little bit about the brainwave when you're waking up and when you're going to bed, and why is it important to like say like read the right thing or like watch the right thing before you go to bed, and like when you wake up to do the same. It's basically like the only time you can absorb like a sponge, like a kid when he's born, it's during these two periods. So use it to your advantage, right? So like when you wake up, like, are you gonna just watch your email and stuff and then put yourself in stress and whatnot? Or are you gonna maybe listen to a motivational video or something like that? Or and same thing when you go to bed, like, are you gonna be watching like a horror movie before you go to bed? I guarantee you'll be playing that movie in your dream, even though like you might not be conscious about it. So and yeah, that was a really good exercise, Jesse. You know, I kind of did it on my own, and yeah, it was again, it's all about awareness, right? Being aware of your awareness.
I'm the group guinea pig.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yeah.
you acknowledged it too.
Let's muscle test that one.
Awesome.
Well, like I do want to bring, it's like there was a difference too. There was two different wills there. I mean, when he was in his heart, right, it was like he was going with it, and then it was like muscle check. Will was back, and it was like everything that he was already doing, he wanted, and it was like, yeah, you were just there, man. Love it. Thanks, Basco. What a wonderful share.
Awesome.
Wow. Just looking at an article on solfeggio frequencies. Interesting. There you go.
And so I opened it with ABC, aware we're being charged. It was time for me to complete my work in being and move to the C component, which starts with charge. Probably goes to choice and then compassion, or compassion and choice. So that was my breakthrough as we gathered. What was yours? Why should people, what would you invite people into watching this or spending the last 45 minutes with us?
I always kind of view these morning sessions as like a shortcut to getting into our heart, getting into our power. And accessing or knowing what our intention is for the day. That's also part of being in our power. So it's almost like, well, you know, you can have a lot of head knowledge of all these concepts that we've learned in Meg9 and other places and whatnot, but when you actually join the group and you witness others practicing it, making this morning ritual like a practice, a habit, we see how others do it for themselves, then you also learn by example, right? Like I learned that from you, Jesse, of really connecting with my heart, getting into my power, connecting with my intuition. And a lot of it had to do with like looking up and relaxing and leaning back and breathing into my heart. And you helped me to find that, learn that through you doing it. So I would say by others showing up, watching these videos, it's their opportunity, their choice, if you will, for them to try it out for themselves. To be the powerful creator that they are, and to learn how to access that power within themselves.
Yes, and bouncing will. Thank you.
Yes, and it's about discovering your own personal ways, the ways your body processes energy through, the way your body communicates with yourself. And we talk about alignment, but that's kind of, this is kind of it. It's discovering the truth of yourself and its energetics and its patterns and its, which ones are conditioned, which ones are innate. Which ones are true for you, right? Yeah, Nikki just said in the chat, your consciousness. Your consciousness. It's part of the greater consciousness, but it's individuated temporarily.
I invite everyone into love and compassion. Love and compassion for yourself. Let's breathe into that. Love and compassion for your neighborhood. Love and compassion for your city. Love and compassion for your county or group of cities. Love and compassion for your state or province. Love and compassion for your neighboring states or provinces. Love and compassion for your country. All the people in it. Love and compassion for your neighboring countries, your continent. Love and compassion for the entire planet. When you're ready, bring that with you through your day. I invite you to.
I accept. Thank you, Will. Top of the hour, new intentions, new focuses. If you were here for the first hour and need to leave, thanks. It was great. Loved it. We gathered, we broke through awareness. Now we're going to work on getting to work. So Craig, you asked, it's like, oh, heart-centered. It was like that first hour could be where I could get to my deepest spot, my calmest, my peaceful. Like that is my grounded-est. And we'll work as long as we can until the ego comes back in.
Yeah. Taking the time to actually receive.
Who's leading who, Will? Is it music or are you leading the music?
I don't know, but it's doing something in me. It's like really interesting.
What frequency are we at?
I'm at 741 now. Detoxify cells and organs. Yeah, when that love and compassion one came along, I'm just like, man, that just like, it just flowed.
Mm.
I'm like, why not just
Mhm.
share that?
Mhm. It's like, so you're taking, like, you're sharing levels with us.
Man, this kind of makes, I'm like really curious if like everyone listened to this at the same time, what kind of a vibration would that be?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious.
See how it throws us both into a neutral?
Yeah.
Sounds really good. It'd be like, oh, that sounds so awesome. But it was like neutral. It was like there was nothing to grab. It just sat there and spun.
So when I have time off, when I close my business in the winter months, I typically will do the master cleanse. Just give my body a break from having to process food all day, every day, and just allow it to have a break from that and allow it to cleanse out all the garbage and the junk and just give it a lot of nutrition. I have my own way that I do it. I still take supplements to make sure I'm getting nutrition, but between the lemonade, a little bit of maple syrup, some good water, some good gray sea salt. It's got a lot of mineral content in it, and the cayenne pepper. It all just has a real cleansing effect on the digestive tract. So I'll usually give my body a break I'll try to do it for a few days to a week, or if I can handle it, maybe 10 days tops, once a year-ish. And so I did it. I started yesterday morning, and I did it most of the day. And then in the evening, I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm just going to eat. So I had some soup, and I'm like, I'm not going to force this. I'm just gonna have something to eat. So I ate, and it's no big deal. I'm not punishing myself. I'm just like, this is my cleanse. This is my body. I can choose to do what I choose. I don't have to be white knuckling it through this, right? So, and I feel really good today, and I'm going to continue. I'm just gonna, once I've done my coffee or whatever, I'll get back to making the lemonade and enjoying that. And so right now I'm listening to 741. It says detoxes cells and organs. It's like a frequency cleanse. But I just wanted to share that with you, that I'm actually doing a physical body cleanse too. And I'm just, whatever, we'll just see where it takes me. Not forcing anything. Try it out.
Yeah, what I'm interested to know, Will, how does it really feel in your body when you do that kind of cleanse? Because I found it like I do a 1-day cleanse a week. That's what I do, like a 24 hours, and then like the rest of the time I do like what do you call it? Like I don't eat for like say like 14 to 18 hours a day.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah, intermittent fasting. That's it. But yeah, like how does it really feel for you? So that's what I'm interested.
Oh man, my body feels so good when I do it. As long as I'm eliminating, like you have to also assist in the elimination, right? So that's a key factor. If you're not eliminating properly, then it could be a problem. You're going to feel terrible.
Yeah, because when I do it more, well, like I try more than a day, but I do like, just water, right? Like I don't do anything else.
Water fast. Yeah.
Yeah, it's water fast all the time.
Wow.
But yeah, like after a day, I'm just like, I'm really low energy, and then maybe like I need to pass that point. That's why like I'm asking you, like, if you're doing for 10 days, like, how do you do it? And really, how does it feel, right? Like, is it like after the third day that you're like, oh, it's easy, I can keep going, or?
It's a really interesting exercise, if you will, or something to try out, because the awareness you get from it is, there's just so much awareness and learnings that you can draw from it if you try it out. But I would say educate yourself if it's something that you're wanting to check out or try out. Definitely educate yourself. I'd say get the book and really make sure you know the ins and outs of it. There's going to be a lot of people that have a lot of opinions about it, and a lot of people that poo-poo it and whatnot. But yeah, do your own research, obviously educate yourself. But what I've found is, for myself, my experience is it helps me become more aware of differentiating between when my mind thinks I'm hungry and when my body is actually physically hungry. There's like an unconscious disconnect there. And a lot of times it's like my unconscious is saying, you've got to eat. And what's really happening is, when I sit with that, what's really happening is it's like a distraction. It's like my body is not hungry, but my mind wants something to do. It wants to keep me occupied. It wants to keep me busy and distracted from being present, maybe. And so I tend to emotionally eat, like I'll have chips or I'll have popcorn. And it's like filling this emotional need in me. So when I actually do the juice cleanse, I'm getting nutritional support. You know, obviously I'm not getting fats and proteins, and it's mostly kind of carbohydrate. But anyways, all that nutritional aspect aside, when you do it correctly, you're actually not hungry. Your body is not physically hungry at all. It's a mental hunger. And you start to become more aware of how much, or I start to become aware of how much I obsess over food and how it runs my life. And it's not that we don't need food. I'm not saying that. It's just this awareness that you gain from trying it out, from doing this. And it's been powerful.
Thank you. It seems like for you, it brings you a lot of awareness instead of using your mind to know like when you want to eat or that you're hungry. It's really tune in and really like what is my body is thriving, right? Like what does it really want, you know? Because like we're so conditioned of like, okay, 8 o'clock we're gonna have breakfast, and then like 12 o'clock we're gonna have lunch, and then dinner and so on, and like snack in between and whatnot, but we're not really tuning into our body. So it's like kind of bring it back, that awareness, by doing this cleanse. And that's why I'm doing like cold shower, because if you want like be in the present, take a cold shower, right? So there's no other way. Like, I mean, like you cannot be thinking about like your problem, like when you're in the cold shower, you know, there's no way. So it brings you back in the present time. And that's why it's so powerful.
And that's torture. The
Well,
cold shower.
Oh yeah. Oh, water torture.
It's only torture for about 30 seconds. It's okay.
Yeah, and then I get out. That's right. I get too hot. I turn it cold and then I can't take it anymore, and I turn it off. And it's like, yep, that's me in my moment.
Yeah, exactly. And then it bring you back. I don't know if you're in your heart or in your head.
Well,
but
obviously not if I didn't take a long enough shower, Pascal.
Right.
A long enough cold shower. Obviously, I'm not in my heart.
No. No, but it's
not as good as you anyway.
No, but it helps, like, you know, with your breathing too. Like you see, like, as soon as you get in that cold shower, you're like, and then like you just like calm down. And then you're like, oh, I don't really feel the cold as much, you know? Like you still feel it, but it's not as much. And the more like you regulate your breathing, that's, you know, you regulate your body temperature, right? So that's how Wim Hof does it anyway, right? So
yeah. When we have it, we don't need those stimuluses anymore.
Right. Yeah. Good point.
Unless we do need them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's part of my, instead of having my coffee, I jump in the cold shower, and there's nothing that wakes you up more than a cold shower, I'll tell you.
Different kind of stimulant.
Yeah. A natural stimulant, right?
So good for inflammation too, in the body.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for a lot of things. Yeah.
Also got this grounding mat.
Oh yeah.
It actually plugs into the wall. So I got bare feet. I got this on right now. I've put it under my feet, and I guess grounding also helps with reducing inflammation in the body.
Definitely.
Ah, nice.
So
Where'd you get that? A grounding pad?
Yeah,
Earthing, right?
Earthing.
Earthing.com. Yeah.
Earthing.ca maybe.
.ca.com. Yeah, I got the same thing, but for my bed. But
Oh,
in the winter,
nice.
it gets kind of cold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's not very pleasant. Like I put it on and I took it off because, like, you know, when you're rolling and then like you feel that skin like rubbing against that rubber, it's not the most pleasant thing. So
It needs some
that's
lube, does
why.
it?
Yeah, right.
So, you know, like
It's not natural.
no, no,
That might
no.
be reserved for a different bed in a different room, a different type of room. Anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Like I haven't figured that one out. You know, like I just, yeah, I love grounding. Like, you know, like in the summer, I'd like to walk bare feet and whatnot. Just gotta be careful where they're putting pesticide and herbicide and all that crap, because, you know, your feet has so many nerve ending, right? So, but yeah, like I gotta figure this one out, like for sleeping, because in the winter, like, I mean, I cannot last like with my bare feet on the snow like that.
What is there to figure out?
Just finding a different method of grounding at night, I guess.
Yeah, don't spill the baby oil on that, Matt.
Yeah.
Do you need
Yeah,
to ground
maybe.
at night?
Well, I love it. I love it because, yeah, like you said, like the inflammation is completely down. Like I feel, I'd say more energized, but also like I don't feel as stiff when I put the grounding mat.
Yeah.
Right. So do I have to do it? No. But do I like it? Yes. Right. So
You feel the benefits of it.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, like, you know, you do it on your feet, like when you're on front of computer, especially in front of a computer with all these radiation, whatnot. So it's kind of like, you know, it's like a three-prong, right? Three-prong outlet, right?
Mhm.
So if you just put two, that's your computer, all this stuff that you're watching. But like now you're putting that three-prong, so it's going back to the earth, right? Like, so you're the full circuit.
Yeah. It just connects to the grounding
Yeah.
line that goes down into the earth.
And you're not accumulating all that stuff, or like the, you know, inside of your body. So, yeah.
All right, 15 minutes, good. Health and vitality, wonderful.
There we go, right?
Well, that's what, like,
Okay.
it's like create it. Right? Create what you want, put it in
Mhm.
there. It's like
Figure out what works and go do it.
yeah, it's like, I don't know how a good way to put it, but we all have things that are our crutches. So, you know, it's just whatever it is. Yeah,
Nikki says, do what you love.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the end of it. Find it, remove it, do it. It's like experience it, because you don't know what's going to be there.
Be in the flow of life, eh? Like figure out what works for you and what you love and just go do it. Give yourself permission.
Yeah, Nikki gave us 3 hearts in the chat. Thank you, Nikki.
And so there's places that like that is sharing information. It's like, this is what I know. This is knowledge. This is what it is. And that's experience and passion, and, you know, it'll draw people towards you. And it pushes other people away.
Mhm.
The point is, do what you love, so attract those you love and push those you don't away. You love everyone, but it's not everyone wants to work with you with where you're headed. And that's okay, as Nikki says, yes. So I keep bouncing back around between this experience. And here I think it showed up for me, Will, during your meditation. The question, like, what did you, not like what did you do, but is like just awareness of what I hear. It's my awareness of what I did as you led me through that, which led us through it, Will.
What was it like? What was your experience like?
First of
that?
all, I sat in the feeling of, okay, what would that feel like as you started to zoom out? So what I hold that is like, and I don't remember, it doesn't matter at what point, but when basically when when you said, imagine your community. Well, rather than feeling the community, I started putting myself, what am I doing in the community? That added so much more to the vision. It connected it to the meditation. So did it just bridge between meditation of us feeling and experiencing and acting in the world? Because I connected the two, I visualized the two in that. So that was the different space that I noticed between, oh, feeling it. Yeah, we always want people to feel things, but we're not really, because all we care is, what does it mean? Feeling is a level of it, and we can get stuck in the level of feeling if we don't ask what it means.
Like, what actions does it translate into?
Right.
In
Life
the
is
real
all about an
world.
action. What's obvious right in front of me?
Mhm.
It's the only thing I need to pay attention to, with an eye on the future.
That's where activate comes from.
Hmm.
Because you're activating a meaning,
Yeah.
using the energy and the feeling to activate a meaning.
A something.
Yes.
Only with something can we compare it to something else. Otherwise, it's everything and nothing, which is where most people are at. There you go. Look at that.
Creating new reference points.
And so, Will, I was able to, like, I connected my vision through the whole meditation. Just created it. It's like, oh yeah, another time to create all the true choices that could happen. Oh yeah, and we went, and I loved it that you just stopped at the earth. I loved that. I didn't need to go any farther than that. That's as far as I
Yeah.
needed to go.
That's what it felt like. Like, yeah, that's
Right
enough.
there, earth. That's what we got.
Home here on Mother Earth.
That's right. Oh, draw that circle around it, right? Like, why is the circle important? Because it's perfect. You're always on it somewhere.
Earth, love and compassion.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom. In your power. Boom. Because you're either in or you're out of the circle. And we always choose to be in it. Yeah. Nikki, learning as we go along. Yeah. Nothing to fix. Nothing to figure out. And there is. It's like relax into the obvious. That's the biggest lesson. What do you look? You can either look forward or you can look back. So you can look however far forward from where you're at today, or celebrate from where you are and where you came from. As we close, it's like a Saturday. It's a day 69.
I want to celebrate all of us for being here, for becoming who we've become, for being where we've been, because I'm sure for a lot of us it hasn't been an easy path, but who we are now, who we're choosing to be, we're now becoming our true self, our true nature, connecting with who we really are. I celebrate that in everyone. I'm curious to see where it takes us as individuals, as a group, as a humanity.
Yeah, thanks, Will. I find it ironic, right? Is the more that I play in the I don't know, I have to, like you think about focus, and there's certain like laser focuses that are wide open. And so yesterday I'm sitting here, I'm still putting some pieces together on what we're working here. And one of the things we're looking for is like, all right, how can we really prove this bigger game sooner? And things just, of course, I couldn't recognize it until I recognized it. I couldn't, like, it wouldn't have worked any earlier because it just wouldn't have worked. But everything's clicked, like, okay, here's a money source. Here's an opportunity. And so I'm sitting here looking for, okay, what's going to be a good place to put this thing? Where are we going to implement this thing? And how can I get it done, implement it fast? And it goes, well, idiot, you got your own wells.
Mhm. Hello. Hello.
I said, yeah, I really got four
It's
different
like-
opportunities for this to, and it's a small scale, so it doesn't cost a whole lot of money, but I couldn't do it on my own, right? It's enough money. I couldn't do it by myself. And there's certain obligations that I have coming up that I can't do by myself. I need some capital infusion of it, or I need my service company to do better, which is both are happening. And so it's like, oh, okay. So as of last night, and John my partner. I love him to death, right? But did not have to fight him on that one. Like he was like, yeah, I like it. I really like that idea. It's like, yeah, good. I like that one too. And I also say like celebrate inside of it is like there was a really long time I didn't think I was ever going to be able to do anything with it. It was going to be one of my worst investments.
Yeah. Interesting. Your super conscious knew better, didn't it?
Yeah, and I think so. I think, yeah, I mean, the way that it all lines up here, but it's not always pretty. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
As much as we want it to be. We want it to be a pretty story, but man, it's not going to be. Let's I celebrate. As I both look forward and look back.
I celebrate that you stopped resisting innovation.
Thank you.
Or stopped resisting your genius. Put it that way too.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's so much.
Ooh, that's
I mean,
deep.
so much. Yeah,
That's
so
deep
much.
for you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Jesse, that's a really deep one for you. Mm. Oh man, I'm so happy for you right now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you all, especially. Thanks, Craig, for that. Day 69.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done 69 days alone. Oh, not this way. Not this way.
No, no.
Not this way. I did many days alone before it. I keep thinking, it's like, I can't believe it's only 69 days and so much has happened in 69 days. I mean, I think back as like when I was struggling with my lenses, like 3 months would swing by and it'd be nothing,
Yeah.
zoop, a bit, blip, zoop. But it's like, holy shit, so much attention and focus and purpose and value, fun, peace,
Yeah.
still doing things that I don't like to do, but obligated to do. Yes. Doesn't mean that as a powerful creator, I still try to get out of it.
Right. Right. You notice that the sense of obligation is different.
Oh yeah, and that's the dangerous of it in this structure.
And
Structure can always change.
yeah, yeah. Sounds like the challenge of the transition.
Mhm. Or the journey, try not to. And we're so used to challenge, right? Challenge is so used, like we have to fight, and we don't. You just have to listen. Listen, we just have to listen.
Yeah. And you can choose your challenge too, you know.
Yeah, that too. I think we all did, right? We're just trying to make sense of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In all reality, we're experiencing it along the way. And that's what Will's meditation was. It was all the, I mean, it's a vision I've had for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
I just keep living it more and more.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then it comes closer and closer every day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's taking up more of your awareness.
Mhm. And we're all on the same unique journey, which means
Yeah.
it's uniquely different for everyone, but it's the same damn
But it's the
thing.
same journey. Exactly.
That's how silly it is. And then we fight over no, mine's right. It's like, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah. And fighting your own genius on top of it.
yes, and that's not silly.
But it's funny.
I know, right? It's like, oh, anywhere else they'd call that insanity. But you'd have to be awake to be able to call it insanity.
Yeah.
Funny little animals we are.
Oh, wow. The survival instinct fights your genius.
Mm. Yeah.
That's why this is so difficult. Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness. I'm experiencing a massive synthesis right now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. Hmm.
You guys are the best.
You're the
Simply
best.
I want
You
to
gotta
thank
deliver.
everybody. Yeah. I'm going to sign off now. I'm off to Kart yoga, 90 minutes. Think of me sweating it out there. Holding the tension.
Oh, Nikki,
Holding the
Nikki.
tension.
Oh, I
Holding the
just got a
tension.
visual there, Nikki.
Oh, I
Oh,
hope it's a good
baby.
one. I hope it's a good one. I hope it's your
You look
higher
good in
self
sweat,
talking
Nikki.
now. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Matt's
to
hurt
say
too. Matt's hurt too.
Natural glow. What could I say? Natural glow. So, till tomorrow. Love you.
Clean up
Love
afterwards.
you, Nikki.
Clean up afterwards.
Well, I always clean up afterwards.
Love you. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Yeah, I just got.
Well, we ran all the
quick-
women away.
Yeah, there you go. Here's a quick summary of what came to me. So I don't know if it's top of the hour or what, but no, not quite. It's almost a quarter. But anyways, here's what I just got. Is that everything in the old structure is grounded in the survival instinct.
Mhm.
And that's that's in the DNA, and it's it's in the DNA, it's in ancestral experience, it's in the Garden of Eden, it's in the whole kit and caboodle. And the big transition that's happening is a total move away from the survival instinct, because it's not serving humanity anymore.
No longer needed. It's all learned up.
Right, exactly. But it's so ingrained in everything that that it makes it extremely large.
Large. I wasn't large. I wasn't holding that word. Makes it large. Scale wise, yeah. Right. Like impact wise, like the shift, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. It's, I mean, you
So its influence is great. The survival instinct, the influence is great.
yeah. 99.999%.
Yeah. So we create our own survival mode that's individuated.
Evolution.
Yeah.
Another way I think of it, it's like we are evolving.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's great. Annette couldn't join the live, but but she watched it on YouTube. Wow. She couldn't be
Cool.
here, but watched it. Yeah. So it's like,
Wow, look at that.
so cool. Yeah. It's like, wow.
I noticed that your YouTube channel is starting to grow in subscribers too. That's awesome,
Mhm.
man. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
It's organic growth.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you. It is. It's funny you say that because it seemed as if like when I went through the first things with magnetic mind, meditations, right? Land of plenty, these things, first time I'd ever done anything like that. And of course it's like, I'm not doing this right. I don't want to do this right. And, but it's like, the funny things that you get that you remember, it's like one's a mushroom farmer. The other one was I forgot what I was going to go with at this one, but oh yeah, it was like I'm sitting at a rocking chair. It's like, what's the end result, right? And I'm sitting at a rocking chair, and I've just closed the chapter. And it was like, that's the end for you. It's like it was the metaphor, it was the meaning. And it was like, what the fuck does that mean? And it's like, well, when we are done surviving, we can now thrive. You can close the chapter on survival, and now we can evolve into thriving. It's like, then I'm done.
Like you're home.
I'm complete. My mission is complete. My journey, it's like I can retire, if you will, is another way to put it.
I like that mushroom farmer metaphor, because like you're basically doing that. You're like the mycelial network that is under the earth, under the soil. That's really what's going on. The mushrooms are just the fruits of that network, the spores that come down and grow. They grow plants, they grow fruits. And so it's like you're like, in effect, creating that network. The fruits are popping up. We're harvesting, we're farming all those beautiful fruits that we're creating here together. Like, this is one of your creations. So we all get to benefit from the fruitage of it.
And that's the joy in it.
Yeah, there's so many different kinds of fruit that are coming out of this too.
Yeah.
A lot of things that we haven't even identified yet.
Yeah.
There'll be some point in the future where we look back and go, what?
Yeah. Well, that's what that was, right? Yeah, exactly.
We won't. We'll know when it happened.
Sometimes you're kind of unconscious to it, and then you kind of review the notes, so to speak, and you're like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Planting seeds, and I think it's going to be more like that's how that started, and people will be able to see how it started, and that will be the compelling aspect. But I don't know what's going to pop it. That's the thing. I don't know what's going to pop it at the other side that brings that there. The waterfall, if you will. Metaphor just says go right at it. Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting. There's a lot of people out there that are talking about what we're doing, but they don't know what it is.
Or maybe they do and they try to hide it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're looking through their filters.
Of course, it's. And if you're doing it for something other than just loving it.
Yeah.
And when you can see that pattern, when you can feel that pattern, when you can listen to that pattern, it's sad. Because
it's fighting your own genius.
It won't work. I know it won't work. Let's put it that way.
Feels like there's a real awakening to like like if you're not doing what you love, what's the point? You know, like
Yep.
it's kind of
There is.
futile. It's pointless.
Well,
Like
you
you can
got much
find
time.
love in what you're doing.
Yeah. That's the key, because everyone thinks, well, I have to quit this to go find it there. And the thing is like, if you can find it where you're at, you've won the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like, go do what you want when you learn how to do that just in one aspect. Be
Genius.
happy at your work right there, figure out how you can do it, and then you can figure out how to do it anywhere, and then figure out what you really want to do. So like, how would it be any different? Like, keep doing the same old way if you want, but that's why it won't work. Stop
It's
paying
like,
me to tell you that.
Yeah.
and if someone's stuck in the mud, like we probably all have been at some point in our life, right? If you're stuck in the mud, you don't always even realize it until someone comes along and throws you a rope or something and goes, hey, you know, like you're going to drown in there if you don't pull yourself out. All I can do is throw you the rope. It's up to you to pull yourself out. Do
Right.
something about it, right? But don't
That's
always
the
realize
biggest
it.
that's the biggest one in here, is the self-responsibility. How to lead that. That's, everyone wants it. No one knows, very few know how to do it. If they do, they keep it really close to their chest because they're damn good at it. And they'll share it with anyone that asks, which is the employers that we would want, because they want to help their employees. And then when the employers change their employees' lives, those employees are forever grateful, forever obligated, and forever honored to serve them in whatever capacity. And that serving could be, thank you, our relationship is over, we're going to go separate ways. It's like,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to do that?
Liberate
Yeah.
people into their own power. Are you are you seeing this showing up in your business?
I'm creating it in my
You're
business.
creating
Yes.
it.
And both
Yeah.
in
In fact,
old
all
and
of
in
us are
new.
doing that, whether
In our
we're
life.
aware of it or not.
Hmm.
That's a side effect of what we're doing here.
Are employees connecting with it, or
Mhm.
some are, some
Mhm.
aren't, or
Oh yeah, no, it's everyone will, you know, it's but of course now it's always the early adapters, it's the changers, the ones that want it, but at some point what it'll do is, as people start to see those changes in people, they're going to want some of the drug, right? They're going to want whatever they're doing. And at the end of the day, the employers have to be able to give the employers have to be the ones that pay for the employees to go through this, because it is such a big transition. I mean, if you're already under financial pressures, life is already difficult, you're already scrambling to keep up with everything. There's no way that you can do this and keep all of that together.
Yeah.
No way. So
Yeah.
it is our responsibility that those that are affluent enough, that can be here, that can see the value of it, that we start to change it, which is the heart-centered people, that small businesses, right? That care about the people that work for them. And then that'll transform into the big companies that are the ones that are, there's people in the big companies that want to change it. And that's the ambassadors we find. Because then you change the masses of the people, and then the owners have to change, the stockholders have to change. And then you've got a whole perpetual system that's feeding off of each other. That is how it self-survives, how it self-sustains, perpetuates. That's what a creator does. lay the groundwork. Groundwork's got to be solid, but you only got to lay it once.
Yep. You activate a continuum
Mm,
that
Structure.
continues to create itself. Yeah. It creates itself,
creative structure.
perpetuates,
Creative-
self-perpetuating.
Like
That
framework.
is flow.
Yep.
That is flow.
Yep.
Flow does that. Which is what
Yep.
nature is, which is what we're living in anyway.
The framework.
That's the
or structure
organism.
is flow.
Yep.
Yeah, imagine if you had a company full of heart-centered people that just love what they do and bring their hearts into their every aspect of their life.
So yeah, and so here I'll put
Wow.
it another way is imagine everyone was there for the same purpose.
Mhm.
Their unique genius, their greatness, their gifts were needed for the fulfillment of that purpose. And everyone, just like the owner, is giving everything they've got to it. And it's not for the money. Imagine that organism. And that's going to clean the clocks of everyone else that's not even there.
Look out.
Yeah.
You got a whole organization of people who are heart-centered creators that let's do this in harmony, unitedly.
Equally united, right? Serving the geniuses, yes, and it's like look for that in corporate. Because when you see it, you better look out because your competition's got you beat. And you won't know it. It's like the fungi, right? It's like the mushroom farmer. It's the mycella that's growing underneath the ground that you can't see.
All of a sudden,
In Canada, we call
all-
those snow snakes.
mm. Yeah, you peel the soil back and it's just this like network of white. Snow snakes.
Yeah. You
And
can't
it's
see them,
working
but they
through
trip you.
all the organizations. It's working through all the organizations. And it will be a force that people will have to accept. Choose, better yet. There's a word, choose.
Oh, they won't be able to resist it.
That's right. And what will be so great is that people that when they see it, like step into it, they will gladly be giving their money to have it. Because that is what they've been chasing their whole life. And part of it to have what they want now is will be not to have that for many. That's what I think we all find is that whatever we've been driven our whole life for, at least has to take a second place for something else. And when it's only for a while until we learn our lesson, and then we can be like, oh yeah, of course, like I can see that. But like for me, it didn't become like money is not the interest anymore. There's going to be a whole pile of it, but it's not the interest.
Or the
It's what we're
focus.
going to do with it. It's going to be what we're going to do with it, which is what is exciting. If I haven't told you, it's green oil, blue water, and free energy.
What's your vision?
Mhm.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah.
The clean earth.
You know what else would allow us to
Sustainable
close
energy.
the book? Yeah, close the book on survival and step into thriving.
Mhm.
I got two legs. I got two legs wrapped up. Can't get the third one wrapped up yet.
Which one isn't wrapped up?
Free energy.
Yeah.
Egos. are
There's a
in the way
guy
of
in
that one.
Africa who's built a generator that uses electromagnetism and creates energy, and it doesn't cost anything.
A perpetual motion device.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
a lot of people who have designed those. Once you start them turning, they don't stop. They will.
Yep.
As long
They
as the
don't stop.
bearings are good, they'll go on for infinity. Just attach a generator to that, and you're good to go.
No, and the time hasn't been ready yet.
Right.
And a lot of people have been wanting or knowing or in blazing the trail for it to be ready. So there's a
Yes.
significant honor and threat to old structures and moving to new ones.
Power structures.
I hope we can get over that they are power structures and that we all will be better together. And as long as a majority, more than 50% do, we're well on our way.
Tipping point.
Tipping point, which is a whole lot earlier than 51. But since, like the game of Go, the whole objective is to have one piece of territory more than your opponent.
Mm.
So one piece of territory is one intersection. So that's what the game comes down to, is one intersection at the end.
Isn't that the premise of the game of Go, where you have the white and black tokens?
That's what I was speaking of.
You're
It's
trying
called
to
a
end up
liberty.
holding the last one.
It's called a liberty, and it's who owns the most space at the end. Owns, you see the own, who won. So just noticing that every time we approach a game, it's to win. Goes differently. You can notice that, yes, I'm going to approach it to win, or I'm going to approach it to be happy in our marriage. See, you would play the game differently. Who goes first? Black always goes first is rule number one. So how do you choose who goes first? Can be a competitive advantage, and it can be a giveaway, because the first move always has the advantage.
I'm looking forward to
When I ship it,
having a go.
it's still in my truck.
Looking forward to having a go.
Damn post office. Shipping. I tell you what, I will not do that again. I'll just send you money. Do you get Amazon up there? Can you order off Amazon? Well, I'm going to give you the money, and you just order from Amazon. For me to get it from Amazon and then ship it over to you was a nightmare. So,
oh my goodness.
I know what to do with Canada now. So,
yeah, you might be able to just order off .ca. I don't know if that's doable, but
I know what to do now. Here's your here's a gift card. Go buy this game.
Yeah, like I've never played Go, like, ever, and I'm looking forward to playing it with my wife and exploring it, like learning about it, like I don't even know the rules. I have a vague concept of how it works, but
Well, notice that your wife is probably in the same position, and so you can either get a head start or you can learn it together. So it's like, oh wow, how would you want to, like, how would you approach that?
who do you play with?
I played with my kids before, so my kids know how to do it, but I haven't played in a long time. But I would play with my partner a lot. So that's the intention, is to get back into the practice, especially here, because it is it's a visionary game.
Oh, there's Kitty.
All right, guys. Well, I think I am complete.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go make breakfast. It's our Saturday, and so I enjoy it. You enjoy yours, and I'll see you at the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thanks all.
thank you guys. It's been very productive and fruitful today.
All right. Great to
Yeah,
hear.
thanks,
I really
guys.
enjoyed
I enjoy
All right.
listening.
it. Yeah, it's we enjoy having you. Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Bye all.
Have a good
Okay,
day.
bye now.
Bye, guys.